Our specific recommendations are 0.8 cents increase as soon as possible. All further increases subject to a successful reconstitution of the ECAF and a complete review of the proposed rate treatment by the department.
Thank you. Mr. Garcetti.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, and thank you, Chairwoman Perry, for our motion that was before us. I was happy to be a co-presenter of this, and I know there was such eagerness in this council that for a moment more than 8 members, which we can under the Brown Act, signed on to it. We have 7 members, and I know we have at least 10 votes today to assert jurisdiction. But let me start at a different place, because today is a really happy day. To see and to hear this debate, for all of you who haven't been coming to city council meetings for 9 years, and I know there's a couple of you out there, but God bless you, most of you don't have to. For 9 years, if we cut back to where we were 9 years ago, this was a very lonely place to say a lot of the things that almost everybody is saying now. I remember when Alex Padilla and there were, I think, 5 of us on this council that were there that day in 2002, when our then CLA, who was a great guy, and we've named an auditorium after him across the street, Ron Deaton, was sure he had the votes to move forward on Mojave, a plant that we had that was a coal plant that was kind of business as usual. It was going to be a rubber stamp here in the city council, and Alex Padilla and I turned to each other and we said, we want to get away from coal. Shouldn't we do that? And Ron Deaton kind of laughed at us and said, I've already got the votes. And lo and behold, we took that vote, and we had more than 8 votes to actually sell off half of our stake there, and we said, put that into renewables. That was in 2002. That was at a time when the city was ahead of our policymakers, with all due respect, our department, our workers, most of us, because people were signing up for green power before they even knew specifically what the program was. And I said, I think in 2003, that the ratepayers who have shown their commitment to the environment by signing up in record numbers need a much bigger payoff from this program where they live. I could still say that today. We have great workers at DWP. We have, I think, a great council and mayor who are committed, the greenest in both places that we've ever seen. What we need is a plan. And the transparency and accountability that we're having here today is the result of the council saying last year, we won't just rubber stamp a rate increase because we want not only clean energy, we want reliable and affordable energy. We don't have to choose 1 or 2 of those 3. We can have all 3 of them. One speaker mentioned that the city is just waking up to discovering that we're on coal. I think the city has known for a decade that, and it's one of the wonderful things about living in Los Angeles. We have a union that is one of the greenest unions now, and you all know who have been leaders inside that union. That wasn't always the union line. It wasn't always the council line. We've all made a transformation because we're understanding that and getting that. But what we need now is vision and implementation. We've made some great steps, but we've made a number of missteps, which is why we're also here. I don't want us buying wind energy that somebody else owns in Wyoming when our workers here and our company here, which gives a dividend to our people, not to private rate holders, or sorry, stockholders, but gives it to us each year in the form of a transfer to keep services and all city employees providing the things that we need for a great city. I want to see that here, and that's part of why we had frustration in the past, because people set goals, and then the lazy way was to go buy it in the marketplace and give those jobs to another state. We have a lot of myths out there that this is, for instance, some people say this is nothing than a raise for overpaid workers. That's a lie. Some people have said we need to do this or we're going bankrupt. We don't respond well to a gun to our heads. Others who have said this is all going towards green energy. Well, part of it does, but I think if you read the PA Consulting, then this is about more than just clean energy. It's also about making sure that we have a financially strong utility. So the purpose of this process, and the reason why I've supported this and I'm voting to assert jurisdiction, is to make sure that people do know that dialogue that was asked for can occur, that we move forward green, that isn't just the mayor or the council. We've both adopted these goals, but we want to see a department that adopts the goals in the best way. A gun to our head, some of the language that we received in a briefing is clumsy and condescending. Don't tell us that the quickest way that we're going to go bankrupt is to turn this away. Send it back and get it back with what PA Consulting has asked us to do, which is the exact report that we asked for. Then maybe we'll vote for the 0.8 now and give good analysis before we do the next 0.8 and the next 0.8, because the people deserve that, our workers deserve that, the environmental community deserves that, and certainly our ratepayers deserve that too. Thank you.